This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Our recording too. Whomsoever is not going to join us, they can review the recording session later on. Okay, guys. Hope this slide are able to viewed by everyone, right? Okay. So the Salesforce CPQ is all about like it's an extended version of a Sales Cloud that you can say. Extended version of a Sales Cloud means it come up with a Salesforce standard Sales Cloud object. Means it uses your product standard object, your lead, uh, account contact, and contract, and opportunity. These cycles or these standard object is already been utilized by this Salesforce CPQ cycle, as well as they have some custom object related to code line item, code documentation, code terms, and everything. So we'll see what are the custom object available while installing this CPQ installation. So the meaning or the benefit of this Salesforce CPQ, or you can say which company will be preferring to use this Salesforce CPQ all about. So let's suppose one of the organization have a multiple code template. They have like a complex code template, and their product is not like a finished product that you can say. So finished product, there is a two type of like a product you can say. One is a finished product, another one is not a finished, but it called some element, some dimension, some attribute which is required to be configured before selling to the customer actually, right? So one is finished product, another one is called based on certain attribute. We have a complex a code model actually. So those company can utilize this Salesforce CPQ all about. Another one I can say Salesforce CPQ also uh, uh, generate our code template also. So let's suppose you have your code template, and those code template have a different code term. So terms are nothing but it's a term and condition actually. So let's suppose for product one you have a different term and condition. For product two you have a different term and condition. So based on those code term and a code, this Salesforce CPQ is very suitable. Another one is Salesforce CPQ also supports a complex approval process and complex pricing model also. So sometime I see like in while sending a quotation, I might have as a company where product price depends on so many criteria. So let's suppose I deal in a leasing in a apartment, right? So based on like area size of that particular code, my pricing will vary. So let's suppose I am selling the 100 square feet area. If I am selling if I am providing a lease for 100 square feet area, so for that 100 square feet area I must charge 1 lakhs per month, or 1.5 lakhs per month related. And similarly for 150 square feet area, if you are providing in a lease, you have a different pricing matrix also. So this Salesforce CPQ also supporting different complex pricing rule. It will also support in different discounting model, as well as this Salesforce CPQ also club with a subscription to manage the subscription product, or to also renew the code and the agreement whatever you have done with the customers. This CPQ also club with this billing and revenue recognition. So company who is really looking to the Salesforce CPQ, who has like a complex coding model, so they can utilize this Salesforce CPQ. So let me introduce myself here. So myself Amol Banwal, I am having 11 year of experience in Salesforce IT. 9+ year of experience in Salesforce together, and I'm a blogger. You can also follow me on amulhai.blogspot.com. I'm a 5 time Salesforce certified guy. I have recently completed a Trailhead Ranger rank now. I'm moving to the another slide where I will discuss about the training outline. So in this particular training period, I will guide you what is actually the meaning of CPQ all about, and then this particular training is going to be start from the scratch actually. So I will discuss first how you can install the CPQ package in your Salesforce production org or in your developer org. If you guys are installing this Salesforce CPQ in a developer org, so this developer org validity will be your 3 months period actually. So within 3 months, you have to utilize your all licenses, all capacity, or all attribute of the Salesforce CPQ model. If you are going to enroll for the Salesforce CPQ training program, or if you are planning for some certification and all. So I will also discuss about the Salesforce CPQ basics, the product families, and how you can customize the product customization done, and what are the attributes and page layout that you have to use while using this Salesforce CPQ. We'll also discuss about what are the different product type. One is like a product bundle we have, another one is like a product standalone product, where we see like a product which is a finished product, and another one is like a, not a finished product, where you have to configure, and based on those configuration your multiple price rule or discounting rule will be applied. We'll also discuss about options and option constraint and the configuration attribute. In this particular session, we'll also talk about the product rule. So product rule are nothing but the product inclusion and exclusion. We'll dig into those parameters or those attribute, how the Salesforce CPQ is helping in generating a code model actually. And another one is the pricing and discount. Again, this pricing method and discounting model is very they have like a build a template where you can utilize and you can run the rule, and that discounting and pricing automatically will be calculated within the system actually. And we'll also see how quickly you can generate a code template, and how you can attach the code term within that particular code template also. So moving to the next slide, let's start with the basic definition of what is actually the meaning of CPQ. Sometimes people are not clear about the term called CPQ. So let me clarify this term first. So C is, stands for configure product and bundle. So bundle is nothing but a club of multiple option products. So let's suppose I'm selling a Maruti Alto 800. So Maruti Alto and 800, I'm selling with a multiple configuration, or I have a Maruti Alto 800 with multiple variants also. So Maruti Alto 800 comes with a LXI CNG, VXI, and VXI CNG. All these four model or four variants comes in a Maruti Alto 800. As well as while selling this Maruti Alto 800, I might require some accessories associated, or I might have some warranty and support associated. So this particular product and product bundle. So bundle is nothing but it's a multiple component you are adding in a main product actually. So that is why C stands for configure products and bundle. Now the P stands for pricing actually. So pricing is very, sometimes it's very complex in for different company product and services. So this pricing and discounting capabilities, if you talk in CPQ, in you can utilize this pricing rule, you can utilize the discounting rule. So we'll see how we can quickly configure the pricing rule and how we can quickly configure the discounting rule also. Now the Q stands for the code process, document generation, and renewals and add-on. So in this CPQ, how you can quickly generate the code, and how you can configure the code template for different product or for different product variant also. We will see how you can design this code and all. So this is all about what is CPQ and CPQ definition here. So I am starting with another slide where we will see how to install this CPQ installation. So this slide I will share you guys on a Salesforce chatter group where you can see the package installation link also, and you can also use this demo CPQ at the rate tmc.com and tmc at the rate 12345. I have installed this package already in the system for under this developer org. Hope you guys able to see these slides, right? So let me open quickly.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, let me quickly open this link, the package installation link. So once you open this Salesforce CPQ link, you will see the latest update, what they have done, what version is currently being using, and then below down you will got a link where you can install this Salesforce CPQ version actually. Salesforce CPQ also uses in a community also. So let's suppose one of your partner community user. So one of your partner community who also give business to the company. So they might require a CPQ to be used. So Salesforce CPQ also works with partner community too. Okay, and of course we already like talked about you can generate a code, you can send a code for DocuSign and for Adobe Sign. So whatever the DocuSign you have been using, you can use Adobe Sign or a DocuSign. So they supports defaults plugin called Adobe and what do you call DocuSign also. So advanced approval, I don't see this package because this package altogether club with this Salesforce CPQ. So it might require, it might have a different link to install. So this advanced approval you might ask to your Salesforce account manager to enable or to install in your production R once we have this license altogether in our production R.
One question.
Yeah.
So this Adobe Sign and DocuSign, is it free comes along with the CPQ?
No, it's all like one license will be clubbed actually. So one license will be used. So whenever you are purchasing or going with this DocuSign package, so DocuSign requires one license of one license.
Okay.
It will license will be
You
separate.
purchase it
Yes,
separately.
separately. Yeah. So moving to after like an installation, let me. I have already installed this package in my one of R. So I'm digging into more into the detail first. So after installation, you will see this install package, and you can see how what is actually the expiration date, as well as you will see a one button name called configure actually. So let me click on a configure. I will tell you the meaning or the purpose of this configuration button. So it's a very powerful tool. So before start, you might require some kind of like a configuration for your coding tool, right? It's a coding tool. So a few things that I would like to highlight in this Salesforce CPQ setup or configuration setup that you can see. In a line editor, uh, there is a there is some attributes called like a total fields and line subtotal fields. It's chosen by default. You would like to club with this total field on a customer amount or any other field you can choose, as well as let me go with some other tab also. Okay, so this tab is called additional settings actually. Okay, so under this additional setting you will find one a field name called product rule product results group field name. Okay, the meaning here is, let's suppose, let me open one of the code here quickly, then you can visualize the difference actually. Give me a moment. So I have one ready-made code here. I'm just going to edit the line. Okay. So the moment you will click on a search button or add product button, this a search page where you are seeing this search page is coming as a grouped by this product family, right? I have a hardware, I have a accessories family, I have a services family, I have a software family, and I have other family also, right? So the setting defines, this particular setting defines if you would like to run with the group by a product family, or you would like to run with the group by a product code or some other field, or active or inactive. So based on those grouping, you can utilize any one of the field which is available on your code, and you this search result will look like to the same. Okay. Another one is called quantity scale. So this is arg label a setting that you can say. The quantity scale is nothing but whenever you are adding a product on your quote, whether user will be able to put a quantity in a decimal or not. So some of the company, they deal directly in a number, not in a decimal quantity, right? So you have a 1 point, for like if you are selling any raw material, it might require to have a 1.2 or something, right? But if you are selling a product like which is a finished product, you does not require this quote scale to 2. So set your quote scale to 0 rather than having a 2. Am I clear? So these are some basic settings that you have to mention here. Again, I'm moving to the slide. Let me see the another slide. Okay, I have already completed this Salesforce CPQ installation and all, and then I'm moving to this Salesforce CPQ. So if you wanted to start with preparation of this Salesforce CPQ certification or anything, you can go with this Salesforce trailhead link, as well as before start with any one of the product actually. So you must be aware about what are the standard or custom object is being used and what are the relationship. So let me quickly open this particular link and show you how this what are the object is being used by this CPQ tool actually. So this is very much important whenever you are using this Salesforce CPQ or you are working as a consultant for the CPQ actually. Okay. So let me tell you. So these are the standard object. Here you see the contract we have been using as a standard object, and then contracted price is a custom object. So whatever the underscore C, these are the custom object, and the SBOQQ means it's a Salesforce code tool actually. So that is why they have used SBQQ. It's a steel brick actually product actually. So Salesforce already you are knowing that they have acquired a steel brick. So that is why this package is still been using the custom object naming or namespace start with the SBQQ actually. Okay. So these are the list of all standard and custom object which is currently being used by this CPQ tool altogether. So you must be aware about all this like a custom object and standard object. So I'm moving to the another item for the page layout actually. So whenever after installation of this Salesforce CPQ, you must configure your page layout also. So for product you have a different page layout, which is start with a page layout name called CPQ layout. So let me quickly go to the product tab. I'm opening one of the product here and just digging into the layout. So whenever you have installed your CPQ for at least account, contact, opportunities, and product, you have to set up your layout first. So once you click on this page layout part, you will see a default CPQ product layout will be visible. So until unless you haven't enable or assign this page layout perfectly with your product, you are not able to see the standard definition or see the functionality on an action button for the product related option. And similarly for an account, you also must set up your page layout for the CPQ actually. So let me quickly go to this page layout for CPQ account layout. Okay. So here you see this renewal code term information. These are a part of our renewal related field. That is why this particular field and a related list. Let me dig into this related list also. So we have a quotes, we have a contract, we have a contracted price also, and we have another called assets and a subscription. So these are interrelated object of our Salesforce CPQ tool. If until unless I haven't enabled or assigned this CPQ layout, I won't be able to see, right? So let's start assigning those CPQ layout first so that you can start using the CPQ tool altogether, right? So I have already set up this CPQ layout for account and contract, quote and opportunities and product actually. So these are the CPQ layout that you have to enable before start with this CPQ package. Okay. So for system administrator, I have already set up this CPQ layout. So after installation, this activity has to be happen actually. Okay, so let me quickly give you a quick demo on how this Salesforce CPQ after installation, how it will look like, and how as a sales manager you can quickly generate a code and how it will look like. Okay, and then we'll discuss about one of the example and how you can set up a product and how you can set up a product bundle. We'll also discuss about the pricing rule and discounting rule. We'll also discuss about the option constraint. What is really the meaning of option constraints also. So let me start with this Burlington Textiles Corporation of America. For this particular account, what I will do, I will create a first one of the opportunity name called Alto 800 opportunity or something, and then just I'm quickly creating one of the opportunity, and for this opportunity I'm just quickly hit the a button called quote. Okay, I'm just saving a quote here.
What is the difference between quote and record?
They have, I don't know, actually they have added a two related lists. It's a bit confusing actually. So don't use web code to use this standard normal code one. So once you save your primary definition with your code, you must choose your price actually. So again, this is the part of our Sales Cloud standard feature. So you people are already been aware the meaning of this usage of this price book and all. So after this a code setup or code definition, you have to choose this a product, whatever the product you have built so far. So here you see I have a product name called Alto 800. Either you can search, click on this search link and just choose this particular product and hit the select icon, select button. Okay. The moment you will select the particular product, this product has a two separate a group or subset also. One is accessories subset, another one is called a warranty subset actually. Okay, and this particular product you cannot directly sell actually. That is why it comes with a product configuration where you wanted to choose the product variant. So you can choose this LXI or VXI, LXI CNG or VXI CNG, as well as you can also club the accessories to this particular quote model also. So I am adding one of the accessories. Either you can choose one or either you can choose a multiple actually. As well as you can see this particular option group is called warranty. I have a radio button, and for this particular option group I have a multiple option to choose, right? So multiple accessories can be applied, but one of the warranty you can choose. Either you can choose EW gold or EW platinum or EW royal. You cannot choose a multiple uh, warranties support in this particular bundle, right? So I will show you how this particular options or features group you can add, right? So it's just a quick run through this particular quote model actually. So once you saved it, you will see the product standard product name and the bundle product name, as well as you will see the the services product, sorry, accessories product that I have added actually here in our system. And then just click on a save button. Yeah, let me. Mhm.
Okay, now this orthographics Maruti Alto 800.
It's a accessories.
It's an accessory.
Yes.
And Maruti 800 was a product.
Yes. Yeah.
So this added as a separate product.
Yeah, both are added as a separate product. Huh? Okay, so let me tell you how this particular bundle you can configure in your system. Let me dig into the slide first. What are the rest item I have? Then I will dig into how you can create a product and product bundle first. Okay, in a system. I am taking either I can take this particular example. I have a IT professional pack. Under this particular pack, I have a computer. Let me enlarge this slide together altogether. So one of the example that I am taking here is I have a one bundle name called IT Professional Pack. In this particular IT Professional Pack, either you have a business laptop actually. One feature name called computer, you have a peripheral, you have a printing, you have a networking. So these are all feature actually. So feature are nothing but it's a subgroup of the bundle actually, right? So similarly, as you see in our Alto 800, we have accessories, features. Another one feature we have called warranty support. So you can define your own feature for your bundle product actually. Okay. So I am taking a little smaller one example rather than taking a big example here. So I'm just going to give you a demo on how you can define a product bundle and how you can define a features and how you can define a options. The meaning here is the product features and option. Let me quickly tell you. The bundle product is associated with an option. So options are nothing, it's called a component to it actually. Okay. And the features are nothing but it's a logical grouping of your options or logical grouping of your bundle product actually. So this Alto 800 is your bundle product. Under this bundle product, you have a services feature. This services feature has three option product 1, 2 and 3 EW gold, EW platinum, EW royal platinum, and all this like option product has a different pricing also, as well as I have a accessories product. So I have defined only two accessories here as an example, and these two accessories is come up with the MRP called 750 rupees and 1150 rupees. So let me tell you how you can quickly define this product, features and option in our CPQ model. I'm just
Doesn't this work with selecting?
yeah, it works actually. So I just change the layout to it will work actually. So they have already this model. Okay, let me delete this one. So I'm in a demo org. The credential that I have shared. One of the org that I have already set up for my own learning purpose. Okay. So now here, what I'm trying to do, just click on a product button here, and then click on a new option here. Here you will see the product family actually. So this product family is nothing but is standard checklist value. You can define any product family you wanted, the hardware, supports, accessories, or any warranty, or any like a family type you would like to define. You can add just in your checklist. That's it. So here I'm taking this particular example called Maruti Alto 800. So I'm typing this Maruti Alto 800. Every field has a different meaning. So guys, please focus on this product altogether and how you can define this particular product. Okay. I will mention some couple of not for all actually. So let me tell you, okay. So after this Maruti Alto 800, the product name, the product code is really required. Active must be used. And then you have a a product definition or description that you can say. So add the specification if you have any like a configured pattern you have, and then the product description you have to use, and then the configuration type. Okay, so let me clarify you the meaning of this configuration type. One is required, allowed, disabled, or list. So Alto 800 you cannot sell directly because you must choose the variant, which variant type you are quoting. Another one, for Alto 800 you might have some warranty support associated. There might whenever you are going with a sale, a user must use some warranty support also, right? So for this particular like a configuration things, you must choose this configuration is required actually. Okay, another one is called required, allowed, or disabled, or none. So once you choose none, so this product is not more configurable, and you will not be able to see this configure button option where it is coming as a wrench icon. Let me show you this wrench icon, you can see, right? Okay, so this multi alto 800 you see the wrench icon, right? So this wrench icon is showing that this particular product you cannot sell directly, but you must need to configure before selling to the user, selling to the customer. So this wrench icon will only be visible until unless you have defined this product configuration type is required actually. Okay, so required meaning that once you have added the product, it will by default reaches to your configuration button actually. So let me quickly remove this one actually. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm just digging into this one and just removing this bundle. The moment I have removed this particular like a option which are added within the bundle is being removed actually altogether, right? So what I'm trying to do, I'm just adding a same a bundle product which appear here in our Alto 800. It comes under our hardware family. The moment you will select, it will automatically reaches to the configuration area, not to the line editor area, right? The moment you have saved it, you reaches to the code line editor. So the required meaning that it must have to be configured before selling to the customer actually. So that is why this must be configured as a required, or you can say the allowed also, or you can disable. If the product you have a finished product, you do not have any kind of things to be configured for this particular product, you must be choose this disable option. Hopefully you guys are able to understand about this, right? If you guys have any question, just ask us. Okay, now for this particular product I am using a list price. We'll also see every product has a pricing of list price, cost price, and block price, and percent of total. The meaning of list price means as like you see the standard price book, right? You have an you can see in your standard sales cloud you have a price book, right? So for whatever you have defined your price book, that price list will come directly to ours this particular product. Okay, and the for cost, so let's suppose for you have defined a particular cost of rupees 10, and tomorrow the raw material cost is going to be changed, your pricing will vary. So you will define your price method as a cost. I will show you how you can quickly define this list price, cost, block, and percent of total. Let me first choose this default option pricing method as a list price here. I'm just making a save and add price here. I'm just going to add a list price. You must set up your price book also, and if you are not adding this price in your price book, this will not be computed or your pricing will not be hit. Or if you choose your price book on a quote as a standard price book, so that product will not be listed until unless you have added this particular product in your price book, right? So now I have just created this product, and for I'm just quickly going to create these three and these two, these five product. I'm just quickly going to create quickly. Okay, just I'm adding one of EW gold. Okay, so what I will do, I will just quickly create 3 to 5 product I have to just register in a system before proceeding with this all exercise. EW Gold, I have a product family called services, right? And then make it active. And this configuration should not be a configuration type because it is going to be clubbed with my one of the product bundle, and this pricing will be 7,500, so I'm adding 7,500 and then adding into a price book. Save, going to add more product. So in another topic, I will not take much time because we will be using this product which is already been set up. This price will be 9,500. Adding to the product now, just adding to the price book now. Standard price book, select, then this will be the same. And I am going to add another product. So I am choosing this warranty product related to a services product, which is nothing but it's a 3 product altogether under the services product family, which has a different pricing also. It looks very easy, but of course, guys, it has too many parameters, too many things there in the CPQ. So you must be aware or about each and every like a term. Okay, adding the price. 750. This should be a hardware type because it's a accessories, right? And clubbing to this one here, save it. This price will be, this price will vary, 1150. Okay, add to the price book. Right, so now I have Maruti Alto 800 and then I have 3 warranty product and 2 accessories product here, right? Now for Maruti Alto 800, it's nothing but it's a configurable product. Configurable means it's a configuration type is required. You cannot add directly actually. Okay. So for this particular configuration, this feature, now you have to add the feature actually. So feature are nothing but it's a combination or it's a subgroup, you can say. The feature meaning that in order to configure this product, I have one feature name called warranty. In this warranty, you have selected a minimum one and maximum one. So once you define a minimum one means whenever you are configuring a Maruti Alto 800, if you have mentioned your minimum option one means from this particular warranty group, you must choose a one product. Until unless you are not choosing a single product, you won't be able to finalize your quote. Okay, either you can put a 0 if you do not want or your customer do not want to buy this any one of your warranty from this particular quotation, so you can make it 0. So I'm putting this particular minimum to 1 and maximum is 1, and then this number is nothing but it's a sequence actually. So how you wanted to see, you wanted to see your warranty first while configuring your product, then your accessory second, right? So this is number is nothing but it's a sequencing part, and then just save it. You can leave this category and all. I'm just going to create another a feature name called accessories now.
Can we have same feature for different SKUs?
Yes, different same features for, yes, you can, like let's suppose you have another a laptop, right? So that laptop,
Multi-theater, I have multi-thousand also.
uh-huh.
So I can have that accessory or warranty, same feature.
No, you
Or
you have to create the again a feature name actually. You cannot use the same feature
but
because it is being defined under those particular product related list. Na?
but I can have the same name of the feature.
Yes,
So ऐसा नहीं है कि warranty underscore 1000 देना पड़ेगा or something.
right. You do.
Primary key तो नहीं है ना feature name.
नहीं, फीचर नेम तो आपको यहाँ पे कुछ भी डाल डाल सकते हो,
Repeat भी करोगे ना?
रिपीट भी कर सकते हो, डुप्लीकेट आप एसेसरीज 1 है देन एसेसरीज 2 है.
नहीं
हाँ.
accessory.
हाँ
Maruti 800 में भी accessory, 1000 में भी accessory, Omni के अंदर भी
हाँ हाँ
accessory शब्द कोई और बार-बार
बिल्कुल यूज कर सकते हो आप. हाँ, right. So here again I am putting this accessories minimum to 0. So maybe customer does not require your accessories, right? So you have given an option, okay, you can leave this accessories to any one of, either you can choose or either you cannot. So you have a maximum of options. I have made it blank here, so I haven't put it any validation for minimum criteria is 0 now here. I will, which one? Categories means again for this particular like a feature, you might have a category called hardware and software, right? So this accessories is nothing but it's a category of hardware type. You can add more pick list also. Okay, so what I did till here for this particular Maruti Alto 800, I have defined only two features. One is warranty type, another one
It's
is
kind of a child for your product. So every product will have a child.
yes.
So that's okay. Accessory, अगर accessory की एक list है, in this exact case, अगर warranty हर के साथ same होती है, हर product के against चाहिए बनाना पड़ेगा. And product
तो वो भी बनाना पड़ेगा प्लस
product तो मर गया.
नहीं, प्रोडक्ट तो आपको पूरा कॉन्फ़िगर एक बार कर लो ना, फिर आपको ऑप्शंस और फीचर्स बनाना पड़ेगा. Let's suppose one of your accessories which is related to your Alto 800, but it does not work with your Maruti Ciaz model, right? So you have to define your which component or which option will go with which product bundle.
No, that's fine. In case of warranty, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
if in a general case,
Mm-hmm.
warranty एक साल की होती है,
सभी product
standard होता है. एक साल की
नहीं, depend on,
मतलब depend हो सकता है.
इंजन के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है ना, वारंटी विल डिपेंड ऑन इंजन साइड आल्सो.
Yeah, that's exactly. जहाँ पे different कर रहा है वहाँ पे ठीक है. जहाँ पे सेम है और 500 प्रोडक्ट है.
One of, yeah, please.
कि आपके पास प्रोडक्ट है, उस प्रोडक्ट की वारंटी सामने की है, लेकिन एक्सेसरीज है, उसकी वारंटी से नहीं है. जैसे मोबाइल होता है ना.
So again, the accessories is also been configurable, right? So you have configurable means now you have a nested bundle option. Nested bundle. You have a Maruti Alto 800. Now Maruti Alto 800, you have an accessories, you have a support, warranty. Now for the accessories, exactly.
प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं तो आप वहाँ पे कैटेगरी डिवाइड करते हो. तो वहाँ पे डिवाइड करते हैं तो वो फिर उसके नेस्टेड उसके फीचर बनते हैं.
Now let me.
एक के अंदर एक हो जाएगा.
वो nested हो जाएगा ना. Let me move to the quickly to the demo for Burlington Textile Company. So till here what we did, let's see how it will look like in our quote tool. Okay, I'm not sure whether I have enabled this layout or not. Okay, very slow.
स्टैंडर्ड के और सारे फील्ड्स
हाँ सब स्टैंडर्ड, ये कोड का स्टैंडर्ड है. I think price book I haven't choose. Must ask. Okay, so here I'm choosing the standard price book for this particular code, and then clicking on add product option here. So the moment here you see for this particular demo org, you see your product is already been listed, but I haven't grouped by any one of the field, right? So this grouping is going to be happen through your CPQ install product configuration part, right? For this particular incognito window, I have logged in with the demo CPQ, and I'm just opening one of my personal org here. In this particular quoting tool, you can see if I click on add product, you will see my product search result is displaying in a group by my product family, right? This is what the difference here it is. So this difference is only can be it's doable through your lightning or sorry CPQ install product. Once you go to the CPQ installation package, go to this configuration button, click on this additional setting tab. In this additional setting, here you see the product result group field name. Once you define this should be display with my product family and just save it. Okay. Now let me refresh this one. I'm just clicking on a cancel button, then click on add product now. Here you see.
सर आप गए थे कौन से?
नहीं मैं आपको वो दिखाना चाह रहा
नहीं
हूँ.
वो समझ गया.
आर यू क्लियर?
हाँ हाँ ये क्लियर.
नेक्स्ट.
कोड आप कोड बटन से गए थे, टैब से गए थे ना?
हाँ कोड टैब से.
कोड पे क्लिक किया आपने?
Yep.
फिर
Then I have created a new code.
न्यू कोड. ओके.
Once you saved it, let me quickly create a new code.
यहाँ से आपने अपॉर्चुनिटी लिंक किया.
Yes.
तो आगे अपॉर्चुनिटी नीचे भी होगा.
हाँ वो बिल्कुल होगा क्योंकि I haven't set up that layout actually. Right? The moment you have set up or assigned your CPQ layout, it will display your code and all, right? So till now, what I did, I have just created a simple code, and for this particular code, I'm just adding the same product, the Alto 800, Maruti Alto 800, right? And then click on a select
So
button.
सर एक मिनट.
Mhm.
मारुति 800 सेलेक्ट किया ना. मारुति 800
Okay.
इट्स इसे हटाओ सर इसे. ओके ऐड प्रोडक्ट्स.
Mhm.
और ये लिस्ट आया ना.
बराबर.
अब आप हार्डवेयर मारुति 800 अलग से आ रहा है.
हाँ वो आएगा ना. ये तो सारे प्रोडक्ट अलग से डिफाइंड है ना इसके अंदर. मैं वारंटी को किसी और के साथ भी तो सेल कर सकता हूँ ना.
हाँ.
That can go as a like let's suppose I have sold to the customer but he was not interested while selling while purchasing the particular item. He might come in another service and he asked for that particular warranty support, right?
अब जैसे सर्विस पे 30 दिखा रहा है.
हम्म.
है ना. इस पर क्लिक करोगे तो एक्सपेंड होगा.
हाँ ये है ना. मैंने ग्रुप बाई कर दिया था ना वहाँ पे.
हाँ.
So now what I'm trying to do here is I'm just choosing this Maruti Alto 800 product. Okay. Here I could not see this range icon because of I do not have any option product associated with this particular bundle actually. Whether I have here I have already mentioned that this particular product is must be configuration type, but for this particular product I haven't added any option product actually. So now my next action item is to add the accessories as well as add the warranty support as a bundle for this particular product item.
So but what is feature?
Let me dig into. Okay. अभी मैं हमने दो फीचर बनाया, एक वारंटी फीचर टाइप एंड एक्सेसरीज फीचर टाइप. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू ऐड अनदर ऑप्शन, अ कंपोनेंट इन दैट पर्टिकुलर बंडल. अब मैं मारुति अल्टो 800 में अब अपने कंपोनेंट को ऐड करने जा रहा हूँ, राइट? हाँ अब मैं जब ऐड करूंगा ना वो ऑप्शन प्रोडक्ट को यू विल हैव टू डिफाइन इन विच दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑप्शन प्रोडक्ट बिलोंग्स टू वारंटी फीचर और बिलोंग्स टू एक्सेसरीज फीचर. नाउ so let's see how it will happen. So I'm putting this particular number as a 1, quantities could be a default to 0 or you can leave as it is. And then optional SKUs. From within optional SKUs, you must choose your EW2 gold. This EW2 gold have a feature is related to your warranty, not related to the accessory, right? I have added as a feature here, the minimum and maximum you can choose how many minimum quantity he can choose or maximum quantity. I haven't used any minimum and maximum. This particular selected means whenever you are configuring as a sales manager, I am configuring my code. This particular product by default will be selected automatically while configuring this Maruti Alto 800 or not. This is the selected or required actually an option. Okay. So I have added a default number EWD gold and just save. I'm clicking on a clone button now, and then the second number I'm adding all three another warranty support that I have created. Another one is called platinum. Okay, one thing I have left, one is called type here actually. So one is called type as a component. You are adding as a component. You are adding this option as a accessories or you are adding as a related product actually. Okay, let me tell you the difference between these all component accessories and a related product. The component meaning is that if we are changing your product bundle quantity, it will automatically multiply your component quantity also. So let's suppose you are changing your product bundle to 2. You are purchasing 2 Mark III Alto 800. So by default, this EWD Platinum warranty support will be multiplied if you have chosen your product option as a component, not to the accessories actually. So difference between this component and accessories, whenever you are changing in your product bundle quantity, it will automatically change your accessories quantity. It will change in your component quantity also if you have added your product as a component. If you have added your product as accessories, it won't hamper anything. So if you have already chosen your product bundle quantity as a 2, if you have added your product as a accessories option, so the quantity will be remain as it is. It won't hamper anything. Okay. And another type you have called related product. So related product generally used for your upsell and cross selling purpose. So here I am adding this particular as a component because whenever I am changing in my bundle quantity, let's suppose 2, so my accessories quantity or my warranty support quantity will also be exceeded to 2 something, right? Okay, so I haven't defining any kind of like what do you say, any default quantity here. So I'm choosing this to 3, defining another option. I have a 3 options product, right? One is called EWD Gold, Platinum, and Royal Platinum. Okay, just quickly adding 2 accessories. One for I have another accessories name called some autographics, right? I have added one hardware accessories. We have another one. Okay, we have a mat. For this particular mat, I am adding this particular under a feature name called accessories type. This is also a component to it, and just making a save. Just clone button. Just for this mat, I'm adding a more component. One is called autographics now, and just save it. So now you can see for this Maruti Alto 800 how it will look like. Your product bundle will look like to this. I have 2 features. One is called warranty features and accessories feature. Under this warranty feature, how many product is applicable? These are the 3 products, right? PWD Gold, Platinum, and Royal Platinum. Under this accessories, how many? We have a 2 accessories product associated. Make sense? The bundled checkbox, it shows that do not club the pricing for the, if this particular bundled checkbox is true, means that if you have defined your bundle pricing is 2,85,000 and your component, let's suppose it says 10,000 more rupees, so it will not be computed or it not will be added in your product bundle pricing. Bundled means it is already added in your bundle pricing, total price. Yes. Okay, so this is the way how you can quickly define your product features, and after defining the product feature, how you can quickly define your options in it. Right now, I'm going to move to this particular search or quote model, and we'll see how it will look like now. Okay, I'm just selecting this Maruti Alto 800 and just click on a select button now. Okay, now you see I have added my I can see one is called accessories, another one is called in other. I have an option, a warranty option, right? These two option or configuration is coming as a tab here, right? So you can also have a flexibility where you would like to have your option come as a tab or something. Let me show you. Okay. Where it is. Okay. Why this hardware does not show the other product also? I have an accessories, I have a two product, right? Accessories. Okay, maybe, okay, I haven't added one of the product in my pricing. Okay. I have added in the pricing also. Okay. So here you see from this one, I would be able to choose only uh, one quantity under a warranty, and for this particular hardware I can choose uh, one item because I do have only one item here. So from warranty you cannot choose a multiple options from this particular option group. So if you would like to have a multiple option to be grouped to be choose, you can go ahead and change this warranty maximum and minimum option. I'm choosing minimum to 0. If you choose a minimum to 1, it means that if I haven't selected any one of the product here, let me refresh this one. Okay, there is a validation actually occur. I'm selecting this Maruti Alto 800. I haven't selected any one of the product. I have selected for this particular hardware and just selecting a save button now. Okay, Maruti Alto 800, too few options selected in a warranty because warranty option group says at least minimum one option should be selected, right? Because my option feature is defined as a minimum of one option. So you can either you can change your option to 0 to or something and maximum to 1 and then save it, right? The moment you will say maximum, if you remove the maximum, it will change your layout from radio button to checkbox automatically. Make sense? So now I am adding in this quantity of accessories, and this one is the pricing here. I'm just clicking on a save button now. Now you can see I have my pricing of 2,85,000, and for this one I have a 9,500. One of the EW platinum warranty, and the 1150 is my accessories pricing. So total is coming to like this way, right? So using this way, you can define your product bundle and option group. So feature is nothing but it's a grouping of your option product actually. Guys, still here any questions? Are you guys pretty much clear? Okay. So I think if you guys got bored, just let me know so that I can quickly finish this particular CPQ training. Okay. Now I have already added this definition actually. So here you see if you have defined your options product as a component, so depend on it parent including quantity is changed in a bundle quantity, component quantity will be doubled, means multiplied accordingly, right? If you have added your option product as a accessories, So it's depend on it the parent. It's independent from the product quantity actually. Definitely it will be dependent on the parent product. And you have a related product. If you have applied, it will be used as a like cross sell and upsell. Of course. So okay. Now one option we say like option constraint. What is the meaning of this option constraint and how it is helpful for this product altogether? So let me tell you the option constraint within this particular product bundle. You have another related list name called option constraint. Okay. So the purpose of this particular option constraint, you can use this option constraint either for dependency or exclusion. Okay, what is that meaning here? The what the meaning here is for why we use this option constraint, and option constraint is a dependency and exclusion. The meaning here is, so let's suppose you have your product bundle, and for this particular product bundle, whatever the options associated in your warranty, one of your warranty support is already included. You wanted to make other product as a excluded, right? You can make it exclude. Or let's suppose if this particular option product can only be choose once you have selected another X product, right? So your Y product can only be selected if you have chosen your X product dependency, right? Another one is called exclusion. If you have already chosen X product, you cannot choose the Y product actually. It's called exclusion, right? So with help of this option constraint, either you can define any one of these actually. So I am taking one of the example here. Okay. So here you see in my computer of peripheral options, I have already added a US keyboard options, right? So let me jump out to the one of my example here quickly. So this is my personal org guys. So let me open any one of the code. I have already defined one of the bundle. So I'm just going to give you a demo how you can use this option constraint or how the option constraint is benefited in a CPQ model. So here I have a one product name called IT Professional Pack. So this IT Professional Pack is nothing but it's a bundle product. I'm selecting this bundle product here. In this bundle product, I have a three options group, four option group. I have a computer, peripheral, printing, networking, right? I have a four option group. So let me open this product here and show you how it will look like, or your product definition, how it will look like. Okay, and the searching for IT professional. So for this IT professional pack, it is active, configuration is required, right? Then option layout is selection or click actually. So this option layout is nothing but whenever you are configuring this button, it will be show you as a option. This will be as a click or something, right? Or a tab also. So you can see tab or wizard basis. So whatever the options you have in this particular product bundle, that will display how it will be displayed actually. It will be displayed as a selection or it will be displayed as a tab, because for the particular R you were able to see this particular product option was displaying as a tab, not as a. Okay, let me edit this one. So this option was showing you as a tab here, other and hardware, something like that, right? But here in the same configuration, you see your option is displayed like this way actually. Okay, in a selection manner actually. Okay, so now coming to this particular definition where you see For this IT professional pack, I have a feature name called computer, peripheral, printing, and networking. I have a 4 option group. Option group are nothing but it is called feature actually. Okay. In this, I can choose a minimum 111. So until unless I am not selecting one computer, one peripheral, one printing, one networking device, I cannot configure this bundle. So I have put it a minimum option called 1, and I have added all this like a options product. Laser printer comes in a computer, business laptop comes in a computer, and US keyboard and UK keyboard and a mouse comes under the peripheral here, right? So let me show you one of the demo where we see how this US keyboard and UK keyboard, how we have used this constraint within that. If you have already chosen this UK keyboard, you should not allow to choose this US keyboard, right? And if you have chosen this US keyboard, you should not allow to choose this UK keyboard, right? So this particular selection of options are it is why so called option constraint actually. So option constraint can be a two things. One is dependent, and another one is called exclusion. So here we will use what? Exclusion. Right. So now for this particular IT professional, I have chosen a one exclusion which says US and UK keyboard exclusion. So let me show you. So P400 is nothing but it's my UK keyboard in a constrained option, and the constraining option I have another constraining option is your US keyboard. It means that if this US keyboard is already UK keyboard is selected, then exclude this UK keyboard altogether, right? And or vice versa. So this option constraint will help us which options should be selected, and once the option is being selected, which has to be hide from the selection purpose actually. Okay, I'm coming to the another example of option constraint where we see that called dependent. Okay, in option constraint we can choose either exclusion or dependency, right? So coming to the dependency here, so let me show you. I have already defined a one dependency. It means that if you have already selected your HDMI or mouse can only be selected once you have chosen your mouse battery actually. So we have a one product name called mouse battery and another one product name called mouse here, right? So mouse battery can only be selected once you have chosen your mouse, right? So you cannot choose a mouse battery. So now coming to the down here, here you see. So here you see the mouse battery is disabled actually. So you cannot select this mouse battery until unless you have selected this mouse option. It's called dependent now, right? So this mouse battery is dependent on what? Mouse option. So whenever you are handling within this particular options, option constraint can be used for a dependency and can also be used for exclusion here. So here this particular mouse battery is only can be chosen once you have selected this mouse now. So mouse is here selected, then mouse battery will be enabled and you can choose. Make sense? So this is the another session for how you can use the option and option constraint. So till now in this particular session we talked about uh, product CPQ we talked about, then we talked about product, how to define the product, how you can add the option group, how you can add the features and the option constraint delete, right? And how you can configure the bundle altogether, right? So let me see what else we have rest. बहुत सारा है. I think probably you guys will also not be able to. We have another exercise where we see the configuration called like if you have your product bundle which has some attribute in it, and that product bundle let's suppose you are configuring a product and has some attribute called let's suppose I'm taking example of Maruti Alto 800, right? So Maruti Alto 800 sale in a different variant, right? You have a LXI, LXI CNG, VXI, and VXS CNG, right? So that comes under your configuration attribute actually. Okay. We'll talk in another session of Salesforce CPQ program. We'll see how this configuration attribute will be used. We have a configuration attribute. We have a product rule where you see the exclusion and inclusion rule, right? We have a pricing method also.
So do we have an option to define taxes?
No, there is no as a defined a tax here actually. So you can customize your own custom field and then that's it. So the meaning of this contracted price here is, let's suppose you have already contracted with the customer and saying that okay, this particular customer is already is my premier customer. So you have already defined some pricing for that particular customer. So that is what called contracted price. So it comes under your company account actually. So one of your company has already tied up with your product purchase and with a certain pricing. Fixed. Correct. You have already like a sales them as a like 12,500. So you fix it. Yeah. Barabar. So okay, let me just quickly run through quick demo here actually. So give me a moment.
So, sir, I want to see the code generation that.
Okay, coming to that one also. Okay.
How flexible is that?
It's too much flexible, boss. So here we have like a code template option. Can I run through this particular discount schedule and all then we can see the code template. Sort of time. Okay, let me complete this one then. Okay. ओके अभी मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ आईटी प्रोफेशनल पैक चूज करके लेके चलते हैं ठीक है this particular bundle I am selecting in my code here and I'm selecting some couple of hardware I have printer I have every quantity that I have used. I'm just making a save here. Okay. I'm selecting this to IT professor. Let's select file. You can save it. So after save, you will see one option name called generate document or preview document. So let me select on a generate document here. So the moment you will click on a generate document, it will list down all the code template that you have defined.
So the standard
different स्टैंडर्ड तो यहाँ से कोई लेना देना नहीं Here I have defined a template of called a group by product family or standard code template. So this code template you can define under this code template option. Okay, let me open one of the standard code template here. So this code template has a wide variety of definition in it. So one is called which logo document ID you are using, what is usually the watermark ID you have been using. So this logo document ID is nothing but it's a document present under the document section. Okay. And you have a page width also. Either you can use a 8.5 inches or something or some margin you have. And then what will the header content? It will be display or footer content. And then you have a predefined your company and corporate addresses also, right? You can define that one. And the font family or font family color, whatever the font family and font size you wanted to use, whether you wanted to apply a border or not, or border color or not, you can use that one. So it's highly configurable here. And then the printing option, you like to group by the product family. So let's suppose one of your code you wanted to display your product as a family wise, your hardware, then accessories, then your warranty supports and everything. So it will automatically group by your product family also. Okay, so this code template also has one more meaning in it. One is called a code. बताओ सर.
जैसे टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस होती है,
टर्म एंड कंडीशन पे आ रहा हूँ।
टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस शुड ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद न्यू पेज, दैट वी डिफाइंड एज न्यू पेज।
हाँ बिल्कुल, आप यहाँ पे क्या है कि कोड के अंदर यहाँ पे एक ऑप्शन आता है कोड टर्म का, code terms. So the meaning of this particular code term is it's a very highly configurable and it's a criteria based also. So let's suppose for a particular product you have used a i3 processor, right? For i3 processor you have a different term and condition, and for i5 processor you have a different term and condition. So this code term, whatever the body you have added, the status is approved or not, and for this particular code term you might have a sub code term also.
Text.
Text, body is text. Rich, right? And then you have a term condition actually. So this code term will only be added to the code PDF once this particular term condition is being fulfilled. Otherwise, this code term will be not available or not displayed or not stick with the code template now. Okay. So now quickly let me generate and preview this default code template. So here heading is coming, your company is built to say ship to the address.
Can we get photo of the product template? Picture.
हाँ बिल्कुल वो भी कर सकते हो. Yes, कर सकते हो. Let me show you how you can add. Yes, so let's suppose you have your rich text box, right, in your code line. So go to the code template. In this code template, whatever the code line rich text box you have, you can add the line column here. Whatever the column you'd like to show, or select or deselect, you can just remove or add more column in it. So your code line as well. You can add. यहाँ पे आएगा.
कहाँ से मैप कर रहे हैं?
You have to map with the field, column heading, display order, width, selection. What is section? This one is the section. Field name here.
Section क्या है?
This one is the field. API name you have to put actually.
बेसिकली आपके जो कॉलम वो होता है ना, प्रोडक्ट कॉलम लिस्ट, उसके अंदर आप कॉलम ऐड भी कर सकते हो, रिमूव भी कर सकते हो.
हाँ, ये जो कॉलम इसमें आ रहा है ना प्रिंट हो गया, वो कॉलम को ऐड करना है या रिमूव करने का. हाँ, जीएसटी. हाँ, तो इसमें एक्चुअली क्या होता है मैं बताऊँ. इसके अंदर एक पार्ट होता है कोड टेम्पलेट एडिशनल डॉक्यूमेंट नाम से. तो फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर डॉक्यूमेंट, फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर कोड, आई एम जस्ट डिगिंग इनटू दिस कोड. In this code, you can add an additional document, right? An additional document. So this can be a PDF or whatever you wanted to have.
कोड के अंदर
मैं क्या कोड के अंदर था, एक कोड में मल्टीपल सेक्शन होते हैं, है ना? पहला वाला सेक्शन इंट्रोडक्शन होता है, फिर प्रोडक्ट की लिस्टिंग दिया, फिर टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन डाला, फिर सिग्नेचर का सेक्शन आया. तो एक सेक्शन में मुझे नया पेज नहीं चाहिए, वो क्या मेरा बीच में आ जाता है.
पेज
ब्रेक चाहिए बेसिकली.
इसमें देखते हैं. अभी हमने क्या किया हुआ ना यहाँ पे,
हाँ, अगर वो पीएफ है तो हमारे स्टैंडर्ड में होती ना, इसलिए मुझे ये करना होगा. पर ये पूरा तो फिर हर कोड टाइप के लिए अलग अलग टेम्पलेट.
वो भी इसमें है ऑप्शन, मुझे देखना पड़ेगा एक बार. आई एम नॉट 100% श्योर हियर. Maybe I haven't anything ready made here, so I might need to like configure. इसमें क्या किया ना, हमने एक एडिशनल डॉक्यूमेंट यूज किया. लेट्स सपोज यू हैव सम योर ब्रोशर्स, राइट? So for this particular template, you might have some browsers automatically to be associated in that particular code. So ये क्या हुआ, दोनों PDF automatically merge हो गए ना?
कितने के हैं उसके लाइसेंस?
Salesforce 150 से नीचे तो नहीं. So thanks everyone. So guys, any questions so far, or we can wrap up this call.
Salesforce के अलावा कुछ करता नहीं. लाइसेंस यूजर है.